Good morning. Welcome back or welcome to Yoga with Ciara. It's day 6 of Engage Your Senses. And today is Sunday Yum, so we're on the floor. And then also it's smell. So yesterday was taste, and it was such a cacophony of tastes, and it was amazing. I had this amazing meal, and there was loads of different elements to it. And I was trying to work out what parts of the meal I enjoyed, because I know them, and some parts of the meal I didn't know, and how did I interact with new tastes or tastes that are different than what I typically eat. And it's really interesting. I'm left with a very rich sense of interaction with a moment of my life, which was really wonderful. And then smell. Smell is so deeply wired into us. It evokes memory, it creates sensations. It's really powerful, our sense of smell. And yeah, it's a layer. Years ago, I was a cheesemonger, and I became incredibly heightened in my sense of smell. And so I'd be working in the cheese shop, and somebody would come in with a bag of apples, or they would be wearing perfume. And in the midst of all the cheeses, where people were like, "Oh, the smell is so strong," I'd be like, "Oh, your perfume is amazing," or "Oh, they're really nice apples in your bag. What brand is that?" And it's just this really intense sense of smell. Became a little bit overwhelming at one stage. So yeah, smell can be, we tune it down because we're not listening to it, or we can really cultivate it and it becomes a powerful sense. And so yeah, smell. Not sure quite how to incorporate that into yoga, but in your day to day, how does smell happen for you? Maybe go find a smell you know you love and notice what happens in your body when you smell something you love. Or for me, for example, smoked paprika. If I smell that, I go, "Oh, there's something about it that I react strongly to." Whereas certain perfumes, they evoke a different feeling in me. So yeah, so maybe cultivate or do an inquiry about smell in your life today. So come, lie on the floor. When I was thinking about smell this morning, the reason why I remembered it is I was passing this silage of the cows down the road. When I go for my walk, I pass a cow farm. And I was like, "Oh, smell." There was this really earthy sense of silage and cow manure, and it was just wonderful. So landing on the floor, feeling the floor beneath you, getting the sense of the back of your head, your shoulders, the contact, the pelvis. Shimmy yourself around until you feel that there's a deep sense of steadiness in that contact. And then inhale through your nostrils and exhale through your nostrils. And notice, can you smell the room that you're in? And there's this really interesting thing. I don't know the neuroscience behind it, and I might get this wrong, but there's this part of our sense of smell is that when you first smell something, when you first walk into a room, you can smell that room. And then after a while, our body turns off that smell and we stop smelling the smell of the room anymore. Begin to rock your knees from side to side. It's kind of like a survival strategy, because if you're always inundated with the smell of the smell that you're in the room with, it becomes a bit full. So it's like tuning down a radio station. We tune out certain smells, and therefore, as a result, we're always able to smell new things in the room that we're in. But there's this really weird thing. Rock your knees, keep rocking your knees from side to side. Smokers can't turn off that. So smokers actually, when they smell a room, they'll keep smelling that room the whole time, because something is different in a smoker's nose or a sensory thing. This is come all the way back to center and roll slowly up. And so how do you smell the room that you're in? Like, can you pull the fact that you've archived the smell out of your archive? And can you feel the smell of the room or sense the smell of the room that you're in? It's like you don't smell the smell of your washing powder anymore. It's just That's the smell of your clothes. Rolling up and down. Let's get a sense of that as you travel up and down along the spine. What happens through the length of you? Nice. Feeling, sensing, deepening. Nice. Next time that you rise, pause. So as I walked around this morning in anticipation of smelling in the class, I started to notice that one of my sinuses or one of my sides of my nose or my face was slightly congested. So I started doing things, so we have all skills, or I know many things that has. So I started doing oil pulling. I do it every morning, but I really focused on oil pulling on that side of my face. It's where you swoosh coconut oil around your mouth around 15 minutes in the morning. So I started swooshing more on that side of my face. And then I started doing movement, and I did some tapping and some kind of pulling and dragging or very gentle manipulation of my lymphatics. Yeah, stay there. Keep pushing your hips upwards, breathing into your nostrils. And it was really amazing noticing that there's things sometimes that are mechanical, so you can affect things by movement or by supporting drainage. And then there's things that are just, the shape of your nostrils or just the way things are that day in some way. Nice. Lower all the way down and draw your right knee up onto your chest. So as you lie here, is there one nostril that's bigger or smaller than the other? Is there one side of your nose cavity that feels like it can receive air, or the passage of air is clearer or less clear? And as you feel that clearer side, feel the side of that face as well. So for me, for example, the left side, the nostril feels really clear, and that side of my face feels quite open. Change legs, draw your left knee up towards you. Whereas my right side is more duller, would be the word I would use. And even just through the face, it's duller, it's harder to find, more restricted in some way, more compressed. So just notice for you, is there a difference between the left nostril in sensation, in movement, in breath, than the right nostril? Nice. Squeeze both knees towards you. Wrap your arms around your knees. Pull your knees deeply down. And just feel soften, widen, settle into the back of your pelvis. And then just rock from side to side. Nice. Elbows to the floor. Roll like there's a clock on the back of your pelvis. And then roll in the other direction. Nice. Both feet to the floor. Arms are wide. Pause. So all of those are our typical go-to warming up of the spine. If I lie on the floor, I end up doing those kind of movements. I'm like, just checking in, noticing, feeling. Drop both knees to the right and just pause there. And so there's certain things that it's like our bread and butter in yoga. Things that really connect us to our body, connect us to the wellness and the ability of our body in that moment, in this moment. Nice. So roll over. So your knees are down towards the right. So roll over onto your right shoulder and then bring both knees on top of each other. And then bring your right arm up so that you're lying on your right arm. Left hand is resting on the floor in front of you. So now I'm lying on the right side of my body. I'm going to shimmy around a little bit because my shoulder felt like the skin was forward, but my shoulder was back. It just felt. So I've just made some more space for my shoulder there. And now just sweep the left foot back. So the left foot is trying to touch the wall behind you, and then draw the left knee forward so it touches your elbow. Left foot back, sweeps back. And then left knee forward, let it touch your elbow. And it's just that sense of, how am I this morning? How do I move? How do I connect? And now as you lie like this, the top nostril, the left nostril, will be kind of mechanically more open than the other side. So just feel that. Breathe as much as you can into the left nostril right now. Knee comes forward, knee goes back. You could sync with your breath. So as your leg goes back, you inhale. As your knee comes forward, you exhale. So slow things down. Exhaling, knee comes forward. Inhaling, foot goes back. Oh, just feel mechanically, geographically, your left nostril has more space. And bring both knees together, bring both feet together, and then wiggle the left side of your face. Like, can you wiggle your eyelid? Can you wiggle your eyebrow? Can you move your jaw? Can you stretch the side of your face? What kind of gestures or movements would you create? What kind of facial expressions would you create to stretch your face on the left? Just feel, you're creating space. I want to open my eye really wide and kind of stretch into my ear. It's like a feeling into my ear. I just feel like, how would you create more space for your nostrils? Random thing to do. Nice. So that's really done something to my nostrils. I feel like, whoa, there's more space for my face suddenly. Nice. Come all the way back, lie on the floor. Pause. Wow, that feels amazing. And the left side of my face, left side of my nostrils. Nice. So come to the other side. Drop both knees down to the left. Bring your left arm underneath your ear. Bring your knees so they're on top of each other. Bring your right hand to the floor in front of you. And then as you exhale, draw your knee up. And as you inhale, draw your foot back. And now, see if you can orient towards the space in the right side of your face. Gravity is pulling everything down to the floor. So in theory, there should be more space. You can start wiggling your eyebrows or moving the side of your face already if it feels like it would support some more space. So as you exhale, draw your knee forward. You don't have to sink on the breath if you don't want to. And inhaling, bring your foot way back. I can feel things changing in the side of my face that was a little bit blocked. I'm just orienting towards, how would I create more space here? The idea of space already starts to change things. Nice. Bring both knees together. And then stretch that side of your face, like wiggle your eyebrows or, stretch your mouth or your ear, your nose. Like imagine that you want to scratch your nose, but you can't touch it with your hand. How would you scratch your nose without touching it? How would you stretch your eyes or your face or your ear? Just feel that, oh. Wow, it feels really nice. Come to land on your back. Wow, that's really changed something. Very nice. Cool. Super. Just pause for a moment, let that settle. That felt very deep into my face, into my ear and jaw. Just breathing down into your belly, hands are resting on your belly. So now as you smell into the room that you're in, you notice that there might be a difference in the sensation of one side nostril shape size to the other side nostril shape size. Mine has dramatically changed, which is amazing. Nice. And then roll all the way over and come up into a seated position. And so you can have your legs long, you can have your knees bent, you can sit on a block, you can be sitting on a chair for this. Let's see. So sitting up tall, pause. That work was very deep into my face, so I need to just settle for a bit. Finding this orientation. And then slowly, so tuck your chin in really deeply backwards. So it's like I'm trying to create a double chin, okay? And then tilt your head a little bit towards the right. And then keep your chin really tucked in, and then tilt your head a little bit towards the left. And notice where this stretches. Like, what is different about when your chin is tucked in? Where does this stretch? Keep your chin tucked in a little bit to the right. Chin tucked in. Oh, I can't believe I'm sitting here with a big double chin. Oh dear. Forward towards the left. And then back to center. So chin tucked in, drop your head a little bit forward, and then turn your head a little bit to the right, and feel how that's stretching a little bit more into your jaw or the side of your neck, or see if you can breathe. And so what I did was, I'll slow that down. Sorry. So can I come closer? So tuck your chin in, and then drop your head a little bit forward, and then tilt your head towards the right. And as you do that, you're going to feel something stretching into the side of your neck and your jaw. And then kind of like you're going to try and scratch your ear on your shoulder really, really slowly. Or just feel, how do you stretch into that side of your head on the left? Really slowly. Again, feeling the breath into your nostrils, breath into the side of your face. Just appreciating space. Nice, come back to center, pause. Nice. Tuck your chin in really, really deeply. Drop your chin a little bit forward, and then tilt your head towards the left. And then just track or rock a little bit more forward, or turn your head a little bit from left to right, tiny bit. You keep this stretch on, and then you begin to move it a little bit. At the same time, orient towards your nose and your sinuses. Let's feel that. How do you stretch into that? Nice. And then come back to center. Roll your shoulders in a big circle. Nice. And then the other direction. Super. So start, oh, sorry, my microphone. So start just rubbing over and back across your collarbone. So I'm on the left. And keep that sense of orientation towards your sinuses, towards your nostrils. And then on the right. So collarbones, I'm rubbing across my collarbones. Nice. And then I gently rub down the sides of my neck so I meet that area of the collarbone. So I'm down the sides of my neck. And then I'm kind of a little bit more into the throat. So I'm kind of gently just traveling down. I kind of do a wobble, 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 wobble down. And it's really gentle. I'm just moving the skin gently. And the idea is that lymphatics live in a really soft or superficial layer of us. So I'm just, and then I just feel like you rub down through the deep of your throat, just gently. And then out from your nose, and then to the sides of your ears, and then down into your collarbone. So out from your nose, take a deep breath as you do it. And then down the side of your face. So these are the lymphatics. We're clearing lymphatics. So out gently. Deep breath into the nose. And then down the side of your face. Nice. And then just gently sweep. Forehead. Eyes. Face. And then gently sweep down. And one last time. Collarbones. Collarbones. Nice. And then just pause. As you feel into your nose, as you feel into your nostrils, just notice, has there been a mechanical change in the size or the compression or the dullness, one side to the other? Maybe there's a sense of something moving, things moving. Maybe you've had to blow your nose during this. And how do you smell the room that you're in? How do you notice the smell? How do you archive the smell of the room? Smell the back of your hand. Smell your jumper. Nice smelling jumper. Nice. And then just pause. Just notice smell very gently, very slowly. Nice. Come lie on the floor. Land down. Pause, lying on your back. And so, like, we have millions of points of information that we're continuously feeling in our body or noticing in our body. But there's also loads that we just disregard, because if we were to track all the different sensory experience that we're continuously having, it's really overwhelming. And so even now, as I've tracked or enhanced or opened my sense of smell and the sense of my face, it's like, wow, that's so much information. It's like I can feel my face differently. I get a sense of my membranes and the size, sense of my head and my neck and the environment I'm in, me. It's just really amazing. I just love this. So thanks for joining me. Oh, what a wonderful thing. And I will see you all tomorrow. We've done the main ones, I think. I have to double check that, but I think we've done the solid, this is what the senses are. And now there's like another 21 more that they've discovered. And we're not going to do the one which is wine drinking. But yes, we're going to see which ones we're going to do. So I'm going to start venturing, I think, proprioception, gravitioception. Yeah, we're just going to deepen into all of those guys. So lovely. I'll see you all tomorrow. Ciao.